Toasty. Your regularly scheduled programming to bring you week 3, day 3 of the TCL spring season. Tonight's contenders are the 1-1 Team Purple Flame, and they are taking their shot at the so far undefeated 2-0 Team MonkeyBrains. I am Joa, and I'm joined by not only the captain of Team Coin Flip, but the founder of the league itself, the untiltable A-Barn. So glad to have you with me tonight, dude. How are you feeling after your series on Monday?
You know, I've come back here. I've pretty much spent 3 days straight drinking this right here. And, you know, I feel great. I'm numb to the pain. And I'm here and I'm ready for a great game tonight. Tell me a little bit about what we have to experience with these two teams.
Yeah, cheers to that for sure. I think this is going to be one of the more telling matchups because insofar, I believe Team Purple Flame is one of the only kind of unknown teams that we have. Like they've done really well versus some teams, they've done quite poorly versus other teams, but I don't think everyone has like a solid feel for where this team lies. Like if you ask someone to like rate Team Purple Flames, I don't think you would get a consistent answer across everybody. Whereas if you asked everyone's thoughts on like Monkey's team or Mid's team, I guess, I'm pretty sure you'd get a consistent like top 2 or 3. But for them, they have a little bit left to be proven. What do you think?
Yeah, well, this I think everyone's looking at this league and hoping that every single time this MonkeyBrains team plays, that this is the week they're going to be taken down. I'm on that train today. These guys are 2-0. They're actually, I think 2-0 sells it short. They are actually undefeated across all games that they've played so far, not just matches. All games in the preseason, every single game they've taken 2-0 matches. Here tonight, we hope to see if they can bleed. That's our hope.
Yeah, hope to see if they can bleed. Amen to that. Yeah, they were kind of on a tear during that preseason night. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like this is one of the other like power stacked teams. So if anyone can do it, I think Sandy's team, Team Purple Flame, can do it. What about the matchups? I feel like there's been a lot of talk, at least in the TCL server, about this mid lane and bot lane matchup because we have some real powerhouses here.
Do you want to? Shall we take them one by one?
Shall we take? Yes, take me as I am.
All right. First, we got Lost in the Sauce versus Tokimon Panda. Who wins that one? What's your take?
I think Lost in the Sauce wins it, especially if he gets a pick like Set, which is something that he's been, 1, practicing a lot, and 2, I think he's very comfortable on it. Whereas he's faltered a little bit, I think, on some of the other picks, such as something like Scion. So I would look for that to be probably a priority ban. But I'm not sure. I feel like it's a coin flip that could go either way. Tokimon's had some nice games as well, and if he gets one of his like more signature picks like Gnar or something like that, he could pop off.
Well, here in the jungle we have Espynn versus Wally Warp. I must say this actually one is kind of up for contention for me. Wally obviously looking good, but he's also on the best team in the league. You know, now the question is that because of him or is he kind of getting carried? I don't know the answer to that. What I will say is Espynn is probably the most, or I should say, one of the less consistent junglers. True. We saw him last season, a little bit this season, with some of the strongest TCL games, and then some of course, the weakest, especially if some of his mental tilts.
A little bit of tilt.
So we'll see there. Sandy versus illTakeMid. I'll go on this one because I am the resident mid laner in this chat right here.
Okay.
Sandy Snake, the man never dies. You ever play against him, and he's going to play something like Vigar or Zillion or whatever, and he's not necessarily going to pressure you super hard in lane, but he is almost unkillable. You're never going to find him on a gank. He's always going to know where your jungler is and always going to be like standing towards the opposite side. And so illTakeMid, the reason that's interesting in this matchup is this guy is the requisite, TCL assassin player. He plays your Fizz, your Diana, your Echo. And so the question is like the unstoppable force versus the immovable object of those two players. Which one comes out ahead? We see today. Tailwhip versus Toasty. What do you think?
So this is also very interesting because Toasty has been putting in some like really, really strong performances. But again, it's kind of the same thing as that Wally Warp question where he has like the best support in the league, one of the best mids in the league. Like his team is just doing very well in general. So is he succeeding so hard off the back of his own, skill, or is he kind of getting carried, like you said? I think he's quite strong and he's been performing significantly better than he was last season. But this is going to be kind of a proving ground. This is one of the other like stronger ADC support matchups with Tailwhip, who I think has so far been perhaps the best ADC. He's been kind of a house. Dude's nasty. And Spirit as well, who has branched so far out of his classic Spirit picks. It's almost like a new player.
Yeah, well, and actually, quite notably, speaking of last season, Toasty last season was duoed with Spirit of Fate, who's now on the enemy team. So he knows a little bit about him. I guess that kind of brings the question. Spirit's a good support. Toasty now being with Spirit, or rather having been with Spirit, not really able to pop off or show much of last season compared to this season, where he's probably being seen as the best ADC in TCL right now. Again, the question is that because of the support, is he really the one who's turned this back around? I think we can only answer that question once we see enough of him over time, enough of his picks. So Finally, here we've got Spirit of Fate versus Monkey. What do we have to say about this matchup?
I think you'd be hard pressed to find a better support in the league than my firstborn son, Monkey. But Spirit's been he's been putting in work. He practiced a lot after that huge hiatus that he took for his work, I believe, and he's back at it. He's been his
man had a quota.
He had a quota, bro. You can't you can't mess with the quota. Yeah, it's been interesting to see because it looks quite different, but their styles overall are pretty similar. Where it's a very vision-heavy thing. You get the vision. You play safe. You make plays that are informed on that, and both of them, I think, are going to be making that same style of play or performing that way, and it's going to come down to execution.
Interesting to see here from the team MonkeyBrains. We see both the Hecarim and the Nunu band. Those are two bands off of Espynn here. And then, of course, the Morgana pickup from Monkey, one of his best champions, but also a champion that Spirit of Fate is liking to show. So interesting. We're seeing a lot of trying to sort of invalidate Espynn and have some of this kind of ability to continue to invalidate CC because they know he's going to pick the Amumu.
Exactly.
They're going to be targeting him. I feel like that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The Jhin first pick, pretty interesting. I thought it was interesting how dominant Jhin was at the earlier steps, or in the earlier steps of this season, and then it kind of has fallen out in the last couple of matches, if I remember correctly. But here again, we see
I think it's because it's been banned.
Has it just been banned every game? Okay, that's fair. That's reasonable. But they instantly snap up the Trist Morg, like the absolute like no button.
Dude, you know everyone in this league is a bunch of dirty ass meta slaves. Exactly. There's absolutely no question that if Jhin is up, it's being picked, and no one here is creative enough to go around that.
Yeah, that's absolutely the case with my team. We'll take what we can get. Okay.
New player. By the way, if you'd like to know, Mr. Joa,
yeah,
you are the second lowest gold per minute jungler in the league.
Heck yes, dude. That is the stat that I'm here for.
You are the Nunu one trick. What else did you play?
The Nunu enthusiast. Excuse me. I'm just a team player, dude. I'm just here. Once I get my core, bro, take my camps, take everything from me. I'm just here to serve you.
You're here to serve the bot lane.
Exactly.
If Droid were on stream here, and he is producing, so he technically is, what would he say about how well you serve his bot lane? He's not allowed to chime in. We have to hear this from you.
That's true. I distinctly remember ganking bot no less than 4 times, and then being asked for more pressure bone.
It is the droid await way.
It's the bot lane kingdom.
We're here for production. He says can confirm.
Can confirm.
Needs a lot of help.
Wally warp.
The Ivern being pulled in from Wally. I was keyed in by Monkey today in some DMs that this Ivern was coming out. Not only is it broken, but it definitely supports what this team is trying to do. The question is, you have a Cho'Gath, you have a Morgana, you have an Ivern. That seems like a lot of supportive stuff. What is illTakeMid going to come in with? My bet is Victor. The Tahm Kench coming out for Spirit of Fate.
Wow. Unbench it, man.
I believe that's the first time we've seen Tahm Kench in all of TCL.
That sounds about right. I feel like it's fallen out of the meta. Is that a good pick right now? Like outside of, like this level of play, I guess at the higher up levels.
We'll see. I don't want to step out and make a conclusion on that, because ultimately, I think at some point we're going to see someone get Morgana bound, and they're going to survive because the Tahm Kench eats them. And we'll say, you know what? Hey, it worked out for this one particular time. Corky coming here from Sandy Snake. I'm almost sure this is a Victor. Could be a Syndra. I think it's going to be a Victor here. Oh, okay, it is the Syndra.
I kind of like the Syndra here. I don't know. There's a lot.
Interesting.
There's a lot you can do on that pick. Victor scales super duper hard, but I feel like Syndra is just a little bit stronger, a little bit earlier. That could be wrong, but I think the pick potential, like with the Cho'Gath, with the Ivern, with the Syndra and the Morg, it's just so easy to land like one person's CC and then just delete somebody.
So this is an interesting question for chat, and I actually don't know the answer to this, although I do suspect if Tahm Kench eats somebody who is in the process of being Syndra ulted, will the Syndra balls continue to damage them through the Tahm Kench consume? I don't know the answer to that. Curious if anyone in chat does. Because if the answer is that it does, that's actually a huge counter. Yeah, okay. Tranimal says no, it doesn't. Oh no,
The balls don't.
Tranimal says it no, it won't, and then Bush says it should stop him. We have already two conflicting.
I'm pretty sure the damage goes through. I mean, I don't want to say pretty sure on live television and then be wrong, but that's what my heart tells me.
Oh, the damage doesn't go through.
It doesn't?
And then Verd says it does go through. Okay, we're back to back and forth. So my expectation would be that it does go through. So for example, like a Caitlyn ult, it will not go through. Syndra's like already been targeted. You know what it's like? It's actually like a Zed death mark. Where it's like it's an effect that's been targeted and it just takes a second to go through. Zed Deathmark definitely will do damage. Ignite will also do damage
in the pop.
Into the Tom. So
you can almost compare it to like a damage over time ability because it kind of is. Which just like blasts you over like 1 second or whatever.
Yeah. So Butch League, it says it stops Vigar ult mid-flight. That's kind of my point though. You know, I think Syndra's are like pre-targeted almost. Like they don't have to hit because I know the answer to that. We'll see. Let's see here, because if they do, then I have this feeling that Syndra is actually kind of picking into a counter matchup here.
Interesting. Yeah. So she's just gonna lay down a billion balls, cast the ult, and Spirit is hopefully gonna have the fast fingers to eat somebody, get the munch on.
Yeah. All right, so give me the spice. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen in this game, this series? What's your call? What are we going to see here?
I'm enjoying both of these comps. I like the spicy Tahm Kench pickup. The first time, Spirit bringing us those brand new picks. I don't mind the Amumu because I'm almost positive this game's going to 40 minutes. Love the Shen. I gotta say, I don't really like the Corki. Like, call me a hater. I don't really care for the Corki mid pick. I think it's in a weird place.
What do you have against Corki mid, brother?
It gets fed. I guess it just always gets fed. So like maybe it's good and I'm the one who's wrong.
It's the kids who are wrong.
It's definitely the children who are wrong. I would take Syndra over Corki. Like I don't know how the lane goes, but if I had to choose to have one on my team, I would choose Syndra.
Well, I think that's why he's picking it. I think that the Syndra absolutely dumps on the Corki, probably more than a Victor would. So the question is can Wally kind of waddle in, find the CC, immediately kill this Corki like 3 times over, and Syndra just walks over the map, murdering everyone before they actually get tanky. I think that's the goal here. We're going to see how it turns out. But yeah. Okay. So what's your series prediction before we get in here?
I want this to be a 2-1. And I'm kind of split because on the one hand, I kind of want the narrative, you know, the 3-0, the like hero's journey, undefeated Team MonkeyBrains here. But at the same time, I feel like Sandy Snake's team Purple Flame, have been putting in a lot of work. And I think it would be really nice for them to get this like much needed win, just for like morale. And because
are you trying to pass the gavel from last season?
Yes. Passing the gavel to Monkey. Yeah. He's inherited it.
Please don't. Yeah, not to Monkey. He doesn't deserve it. He's done nothing to deserve it. Maybe Toasty. Someone in chat roasting me for roasting Toasty. I will never stop toasting. Yeah, roast the toast. I will never stop roasting the toast.
Exactly. In fact, we're only going to show post-game damage so that we can show how little damage Toasty did. Change my mind.
There we go. Well, we are finally loading in here. You know, I'm going to call it now. I'm going to say this is the 2-1, and we're going to give it to Team Purple Flames. I think they will come together and be the first team to make these guys bleed. I think illTakeMid, Monkey, this team is, I think, probably has become a little complacent. And I think they're kind of in a rich opportunity to surprise them and take them down.
Okay.
Especially with some unique picks. So we'll see what happens. That's kind of what I'm thinking here, though.
I like it. I still just can't decide, but I think it's going to be a 2-0 either way. That's what I feel.
Well, my biggest issue here is with the Tahm Kench. I don't want to call it an issue. I'd say more so it's the biggest unknown of this team comp.
There's going to be a clash.
Oh, no way. What is this invade?
It's happening.
No. Oh, no way. They're going to be coming towards each other. We're going to have the team fight Lost in the Sauce. If they can be able to go in and find CC onto these guys. Monkey is getting low. Are they going to be able to flashback and get a huge Cho'Gath queue? Pokemon Panda ultimately get taken down even after the amazing Cho'Gath rupture. And wow. one of the most genius invade counter stacks that I've seen in a while.
The counters was coming. Are they scripting? Is this?
You know what that was? You know what that was? It's because Lost in the Sauce always camps those bushes on the top side. That's what he's known for. And so Monkey's team says, hey, we know he's going to walk into that. Let's go and stack it. And either Lost in the Sauce or whoever's making that call, like 3 billion IQ, the one time he doesn't do it, they're waiting for it.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
I was told that as well, but I'm pretty sure in the TCL, like he always just does the traditional 5-point where he just sits in the little river bush or the tribe bush. But maybe I'm wrong.
Honestly, that might be more of an in-house thing.
It could be
every time that I've ever played with him in an in-house, he sits in that bush and then he walks out like right as the minions are about to die.
Lane is on you. Okay.
Wow, that was some high IQ gameplay here. Espynn here actually running immediately red to blue. Interesting that he ran around bot side. It almost looks like he could have been looking for that early gank bot lane. And actually really smart from Espynn because he knows that the Iver's not going to smite that first camp. He has to path topside and then come back once it's ready. And he's just going to take it.
Yeah, he's absolutely clowning on this Ivern path, which is quite hilarious. It's funny because
we might have a kill. Lost in the Sauce is not going to flash after that, but almost looks like he could have there.
Yeah, very close. Shen so strong in those first few levels with the Q damage. Good on Espynn for getting that kind of cheeky little invade, but yeah, for sure.
Interestingly, Espynn comes back, doesn't go for the Raptors, which is traditionally the best camp you can take via Mumu. I think he just wants to make sure he gets that triple buff before Ivern comes around.
Right, that is going to be kind of awkward pathing-wise, but it looks like he will be able to grab that.
Running down the Ignite here from illTakeMid, who finds a good combo. Most notably, he is able to save the cleanse, which I think is pretty key here.
Yeah,
Ivern looking for the invade, and he's actually going to go over this wall and try to find it. Just realizing he's been officially 3-buffed. illTakeMid coming in with the Syndra. Wally Warp over the wall from the Blast Cone. Espynn is here on the ground.
It doesn't look like he spotted Wally when he jumped over the wall there, but Wally doesn't want it either.
Wally is going to be able to get the... he's going to get a little bit back here. Interestingly, yeah, if Espynn didn't spot him, it sounds like he didn't because Lost in the Sauce still standing pretty far up. But good vision there from Sauce to see that coming.
Yeah, absolutely. So this has been not a quiet start at all based on the successful invade and then the repeated invade as well, pre-buffing the Ivern. And we have a pretty substantial lead already in the mid lane for illTakeMid here.
Yeah, good. Still very good that he is actually up a summoner spell. Didn't have to burn that cleanse to cleanse the Ignite.
Exactly.
Ultimately good on him. But yeah, this Corky's just going to get bullied all early lane.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't even the worst time for him to back, though. He was able to secure that Tear of the Goddess, so hopefully he can start stacking, as he is wont to do.
He does want to start. I think he must have started. You typically, in those harder matchups, you will start with that Doran's Blade. You can actually go straight into it as Corky, go straight into the tier now that it's a starter item. Ultimately, you want some of that sustain against these crazy, first lane Kingdom champions.
First lane Kingdom champs. Yeah, and without that extra juice from the Doran's Blade, he might just have died there.
We have a gank coming in mid. Wally Warp coming in behind the Sandy here. Sandy going to take the bottom route. He's actually be looking for Espynn coming through the bot side. He is going to get hit with the CC. Sandy not going to have to use the cleanse because illTakeMid isn't able to get the stun over the wall. Now as Espynn caught out, he's going to have to flash out. A bunch of CC goes and ends up missing him. illTakeMid. Wally, they go for the stun. They get the kill. That's going to be first blood onto Wally Warp. A great play by Red Team.
Yeah, very well executed. The counter gank by Espynn on Amumu there was beautiful at first, but the pursuit for Monkey just made that a little too much to bear. And Syndra, notably, did not even have to burn flash for that.
Damn it. Bush League calls out. He's right. This is second blood. I did forget about that invade.
First blood goes over.
It's first real game blood. If you're Bloodbath and Beyond, any invade kills don't count. This is the true first blood of the game.
Yeah. The first non-cheese blood. The first valuable, good blood.
Yes. Yeah. A couple of good trades here coming out on the top lane. Ultimately, interesting that the Cho'Gath is able to keep up and farm here. You know, I guess he does just have the wicked sustain. I would just expect Shen to be able to go, and especially with this like minion advantage he has here, just go in on it. Yeah, because you're just going to end up like that. The trade here, but is he going to get eaten? The question is, can Tokimon get it? Sauce with the perfect flash out just in time, and Tokimon wanted to get an auto attack off before that ult. I'm wondering if he actually saw the execute marker. Yeah, and then the HP regen brought it just barely back above.
Man, that's so sad. Burning the flash and the ult for that. Now Shen is just going to base and TP. And he still has his ultimate, so he can...
Espynn standing on a ward here. Not realizing that's warded out, and yep, the red team's going to be able just to walk out super cleanly after that.
Yeah, as expected, the vision in the bot lane is extremely telling, I guess. They're basically omniscient right now. Not much Amumu can do, especially pre-6, so looks like he's just going to secure his red buff, and maybe he was just looking for the gank because his camps were down.
Yeah, I think that's probably what you do. Now, I will say that he probably could have gone back and looked at that scuttle crab that's just come up. Of course, Wally will be able to... Yeah, hey, there's your Tom Kench right there.
Yeah, dude.
There you go. That's exactly what it's there for. Wally coming around, also coming through a ward. Right now, the W is down from Spirit. It's still not going to be up for another probably 10 seconds at this point. Such a long cooldown early on. Really great dodges from Tilip and Spirit to get away from that CC, and they're going to walk out. No problem at all.
Yes, it does look like illTakeMid has secured another kill here, or well, I guess his first kill, onto Amumu, who it looked like was trying to solo Dragon or something. It looked like there was some kind of scuffle. I didn't quite see it, but he was in that pit, and illTakeMid just caught him with his pants down, unfortunately.
You know what he might have done is he might have gone over the blast cone.
Yes.
I think he might have gone over the blast cone as Syndra was walking bot. I actually didn't see it. I was not watching the minimap because we were watching bot lane there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually, my guess is if we watched it back, that's what happened.
That's probably the case. I bet he just saw the opportunity and just aggroed the dragon to knock him back.
Well, and most notably, he was unaware that the scuttle had been taken because he didn't have vision of it.
So he couldn't even escape.
Yeah, so he saw the scuttle was up, and I think he was looking to sneak over to the scuttle and grab it real quick. Goes over the wall. Yeah. That's my guess.
Roger that.
Yeah, that's my guess here. What do you think you're going to see over the next 5 minutes of this game?
So it is fairly even now. I am hoping to see...
We have a fight here bot lane. Spirit Fate just killed Monkey under tower.
Oh my.
Well, Espynn right here getting caught out on an invade. Oh, it's actually not a catch out though. It's just Shen's going to ult in. Pokemon Panda by himself behind enemy lines. Rambo style. Wow. Unfortunately, in the movies, I think Rambo killed a bunch of people first. In this case, the Cho'Gath just dies by himself, sad and alone.
He was getting a little fresh there. I think he saw the Amumu and thought that he was going to throw on and just keep bullying him like everyone else this game. But Sandy reacted very quickly and lost in the sauce. Had that key Shen ult very nicely, protecting him from any chance of death there to the Chomp. And instead, Tokimon dies and loses a lot of pressure for that, actually.
He does. I wish the only reason I know instant replay. Oh, we have the TP coming in from Cho'Gath on the flank. Sandy and Espynn both in probably a suspect spot here. Oh, and this guy's gonna die right away. The question is will Espynn die? Will this Shen die? Espin's down. The Shen is left 1 versus 3. He actually finds the return kill with some of that beautiful early Shen grasp and Q damage. Ultimately, illTakeMid finds the double kill. What an excellent play by Tokimon Panda after getting caught in the jungle. You know what? Actually, I think he's the one who got that ward down.
It was the long con, Nabarn. His death was intentional there. It was actually tactical inting, so he get the ward down.
Luring them.
Yes,
into a false sense of security.
Exactly. Completely jebaited, and it went off without a hitch. Wow. Look at them go.
Tokimon, most underrated top laner at TCL.
It's because he's not actually a top laner, dude. He's playing a different game. This isn't even League of Legends anymore. It's just the Tokimon Panda show.
He's playing chess. These guys are playing checkers.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, I really didn't care for that attempt on the Herald after grabbing the Cho'Gath. I feel like Espin's goal really should have been just to get level 6. Like, I don't think it's like a winning strat, I guess, for Amumu to try to like be all over the map early.
fine. I thought it was fine until it got warded out. That's when I thought he should have left.
Okay, maybe you could say they should go for it, but then just immediately like peel off as soon as they see the
Because Wally walked through and skipped a couple camps that he could have started with his passive just so he could get the ward over, and that probably would have been the difference, especially because the Corki was coming. So he definitely needed to leave, but I do support him having gone for that in the first place.
Okay, all right, that's reasonable. That's fair. It's game recognizing game. I see.
Game recognizing game, baby. Dude, these top lane trains are getting spicy, but I want Lost in the Sauce to go in and just finish him. Find the kill.
I like to see that as well. I gotta grab.
Oh, we got the gank coming in here. The gank because Monkey gets in with the CC, finds the double ult. The ult comes through and pushes the Jhin back to the tower. Meanwhile, Spirit of Fate 1v3 trying to find the damage. They're going to play with their food before killing it. And good play here. Gank, not necessary. Already they were in 2v2 status there, and wondering if the consume could have been used differently during that, but ultimately they didn't realize they could be 2v2'd that easily.
Exactly. Ivern's just here for the assists at that point.
Mr. Spectator Producer Man, if we could see the gold chart here, I want to see what this mid lane. Oh man, he's up almost 2k at 12 minutes.
Yeah. That's just an unfortunate position for Sandy, unfortunately. Already having 10 stacks in the Dark Seal, illTakeMid is enormous right now. He has 1600 in pocket. He's about to finish his Mythic, I imagine. Boots 2, I think, are also done. I'm not certain. Yeah.
By the way, I love the pettiness of top laners. That's Cho'Gath. Oh, actually, we have a fight right here. We'll pick that back up. Tail Whip is going to get eaten, but immediately, actually, Tail Whip, he's going to be able to find the damage on a Monkey who's sitting on the top side. Really interesting for Monkey to stay there. Really, really good play by Spirit, eating him and spitting him out top. Finds the return and ultimately dies. Good return there for Tail Whip.
Yeah, absolutely. Making the most of a bad situation, though. I gotta say, they probably didn't want to be fighting there, but who's to say? We unfortunately didn't have the info.
Wait, Lost in the Sauce doesn't realize that he doesn't have any mana.
You have no mana.
Wow. Sauce, he can't touch you.
Oh
man, that's questionable. The question is will he be able to run him down? He should be able to, because this guy does not have. Oh, and he is going to be able to flash out. That's still thing.
The scraps, anybody.
You know, I can't help but notice that if the Shen had flashed, he would have found that kill.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I rep / anti-flash in shambles in chat right now.
In shambles. Imagine. Well, you know, if he didn't have flash, he would have just had ignite. And if he had ignite, easy kill, dude. Easy.
Clipper the Big Red Dog says Sauce not going for the kill. The man couldn't go for the kill. He'd already used his dash taunt. It's on cooldown long early game. He had no way of following that up. But yeah, Bobby just making himself look like a... Oh, right here, the combo's going to go on his head. He's going to get blown up.
Oh, my Lanta,
the ult starts at 3/4 HP. By the time it's over, he hits an additional Q onto him. Yeah, that's a dead Corki.
He's just styling on Sandy right now. This is so sad to see. He's going to get the tower as well. Was the Herald dropped mid? Is that where I might have missed that?
Yeah, I believe it was. I believe it was much. Oh no, I guess it was top. No, you're right.
Wow,
so I guess Cinder just got all those plates by himself.
My word. I mean, are we about to see the Magi's? Like, what is going to kill Cinder at this point?
Well, he does have a 10-stack Dark Seal, so...
Right. If there were a time.
Let's see. Let's go back to this gold graph now that all happened. Oh! That's almost 3K. That's almost a full item here at 15 minutes into the game. This Corki's going to have to work really hard and find a really good package to be able to come back here. illTakeMid here might just one-shot this Tom Kench. Yeah, the Shen has to come through. I'm not surprised. The question is, can they find the return here? Toasty's still within range of the Gen ult, but ultimately they decide not to go for it. They go into the CC.
Yes, it looks like Monkey queued a minion there, unfortunately, on the Morgana, so he was unable to follow up the Tom Kench CC from the Syndra.
The Shen TP's back. Espyn's already topside waiting for him. Okay. Gonna use the ult, gonna back up the CC. The question is when this taunt coming back up, are they gonna be able to find damage? Toki Panda already very tanky with this, what is it? It's not the Iceborne Gauntlet anymore. It's the...
It's like Frostfire or something?
Frostfire Gauntlet, I think.
I don't know. I can't read words that small.
Sandy picks up. Can we get a dragon timer here from production? Curious to see when this thing comes up. Yes, this dragon's not up for another 3 minutes. Sandy picks up the package, hoping to back up the, back up the bot lane who's getting pushed in, and ultimately he's just going to have to, I guess, waste it. Look at me talking crap. The king of wasting Corki packages on the cast today.
Wow. Look at this guy just wasting Corki package.
Even Spurg had to be like, dude, save it for the objective, brother.
Just because it's up doesn't mean you have to take it.
Oh man, Toki's just absolutely huge. No health, no mana, he doesn't need either. Actually, the package is still up. He's got to be able to find all of the CC, all of this damage he's going to burn down. Question is he going to walk into Monkey? He does walk into it, but he does get out with the cleanse. Austin Saw still into it, going to get stunned down. Toasty looking real aggro, jumping right into the middle of this. The CC hits, the damage hits. This guy is dead. Toasty looking like the best 80s team, TCL. Just kidding, I would never go that far. illTakeMid looking for the stuns, knows that the cleanse is down from Sandy's tank. The flash is not down, so hopefully Sandy could flash out of something here. But these guys are just getting run around the map, baby.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I like the proactivity, some like.
Oh, you got to kill Wally here. Wally's too far forward. Spirit, is he able to get this? Meanwhile, illTakeMid runs around the corner. They can't find anything. The Ivern flashes out. Spirit now somehow caught in the middle of the tail whip, trying to find something, something out of this. No damage to be found. Wallywarp just casually walking around. Wow. He is, but it's not going to matter because if you walk up to him, you got to walk up to the Cinder, and if you do that, you die really quickly.
Even worse, you have to walk past Daisy. There's no way he's getting past that behemoth.
No, you ain't. Big girl.
Big girl. Is she a Krug,
big girl
or is she a buff?
Feasting tonight. She's a buff, I think.
Okay. I kind of like the idea of her being like a Krug that like lost her little baby Krugs.
Oh wait, hold on. Espynn getting. Oh my God! Espynn flashes and still gets hit with the ult. Mama Toasty is in Twitch chat tonight. She says, "Can you smell what Toasty is cooking?"
Wait, is there actually a Twitch account named Mama Toasty?
Mama Knowles. Yeah, that's Mama. No, that is Toasty's mother. She's here in chat.
Solid gold. I love that.
Yep, Ms. Knowles. Great to have you here, and hope we see your son find a win tonight.
Toasty's related to Beyonce? Question mark. Think about it.
I don't think so.
Could do.
I don't think so. I'm not one to judge anyone by their looks, but I don't think he's. I don't think he's. True. Yeah.
Not quite the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true. Sandy here is, I think, just trying to get any source of income on the map because Team MonkeyBrains here is taking everything. They're taking all the outers. They're like shoving waves, and they're looking for this third dragon. They're in a commanding position in this game. Is there a way back into it for Team Purple Flames?
I mean, there is. What it involves is you getting a Mumu ult into a Shen taunt onto the Syndra and popping her. Mm-hmm. That's kind of your goal here. Hopefully you have enough damage to do that. The main concern is that if you walk within, I don't know, half a lane of the Syndra and your name is Corki or Jin, you're probably going to get popped and die. So
exactly. Yeah, that's looking less and less likely. Also, I was going to say, is there a way for them back into the game that doesn't involve like actually DDoSing Team MonkeyBrains? Because they are so huge right now.
I mean, there's nothing in the rulebook that says you can't. illTakeMid here, getting the heal from the Moonstone. Renewer. No one on his team wants to actually stand in front of him. The Moonwalk's going to come in, and the Ivern's going to die. Questioning where the tanks were, it's not going to matter because they might be able to find the damage. Tailwhip actually goes forward. He uses the Gale Force in. He's not going to get popped immediately. Right here, there's an opportunity. This is the opportunity right there. The Corki gets in, gets the kill. The double kill for the Corki, both onto the Syndra and this Morgana. Toasty is in. Absolute 1 versus 4. Can he jump back out? He gets the jump out, but can they chase him? They find the kill. That is the return for Team Purple Flames, and you were asking for it, and that's the answer right there.
That is a lot of gold. They got the shutdown on the Cinder. That's a lot of stacks lost. Tailwhip, I think, picked up a little bit of money. And suddenly, what was like, that must have been close to 5K, has been cut in half almost, that deficit. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath on the top lane, by the way, just yeeting.
These guys were 6K down.
6K.
That's like 2K. That's almost a full item across all of their 3 carries. And yet they're able to find that with just the correct team fight. Now Cho'Gath's going to flash in. He's going to look for this nom nom nom. Unfortunately, he's too slow. Wally's going to try and help him out here with the Q that would, make him dash towards it. Spirit actually eats him over the wall. That's a cool little, semi-known mechanic there from the Tom Kench. The TP coming through. This is the Shen. He's going to be looking for Wally Warp. He does have the black shield. Not going to matter. The damage is there. The kill's there. And wow, this is kind of the rebirth of the Purple Flames.
Exactly, dude. They are, if they were hooked up to like a heartbeat monitor or whatever, they were like flatlining a second ago, and now they have the little blip, just a single blip. It's like, wait a second, the window is wide open. They can salvage this game. 2K, that's completely winnable.
It is. I want to go back to Tailwhip in that mid fight. Gale forcing forward 1 versus 4 and finding that kill when he's when a Syndra with 6 kills is staring down his throat.
Exactly.
Just the death stare. You're walking through the valley of the shadow of death.
Okay.
And you find the kill anyway.
It's got like biblical all of a sudden. I mean, it's a comeback game for sure. No, absolutely. This is huge for them. Corky might be able to finish an item.
He might. Well, he does have the.
He has the
Menamune, I believe, right?
Whatever the thing is called, man. It's all the same.
Whatever. Yeah, it has a lot of M's in it. Right here, the bot lane's going to be able to find Lost in the Sauce, who's going to try and find the taunt and the return damage. Unfortunately, he's CC'd for about an entire literal day, and tries to use the ult to get out, and he's just going to die and use his ult cooldown anyway.
Yeah.
So,
perhaps a little overzealous, feeling a little too confident after that huge play. Just caught a little bit too far up when there's very little vision and there's no tower for him to fall back to. And that could result in the Baron for Team Purple Flame here. Or, I'm sorry, for Team MonkeyBrains.
Yeah, fine pick. The question is you still got 4 people here. Now, Espynn notably on the bot side of the map. Spirit of Fate standing way too far forward. He is literally in 1 versus 5. Sandy Snake with the correct positioning. Spirit ends up ulting out, but the question is, can the damage go onto him? It does go onto him. Sandy goes over the back of the wall. Still has his cleanse, does not have flash. He's going to be finding this poke damage onto these guys. Notably, we do have a recall from the Morgana, so these guys do have to end up leaving. And they lose 1, but ultimately good job making them get off the Baron.
So they have traded 1 for the Baron, essentially, for, I guess, to prevent the Baron. Maybe that's not the worst thing that could happen for them at this stage in the game. They've clearly survived worse.
They have, and this here, he bought the Medjai's too late. He only has 4 stacks despite being 6, 1, and 4.
Yeah,
he's got to buy it earlier, everybody.
Commit, dude.
Yeah, you gotta have confidence. Show your team that you have confidence in them. Buy the Medjai's early.
It's the BDP, dude. I like these kind of cheeky little death bushes that they're setting up with the Syndra and the Cho'Gath, just kind of daring somebody to approach the wave. It's a really nice way of them to kind of leverage that huge lead and one-shot potential that they've got in the Syndra. But
so important to note here, less than a minute here before this Dragon Soul comes up. What are we going to see from Team Purple Flames to make sure that these Team MonkeyBrains doesn't get it?
So we have some critical ults. It looks like the Shen ult is down, or I'm pretty sure it's down. And his TP is also down, so he is just going to migrate. He's going to make the great migration from top lane down to the Dragon Pit. Daisy's already been cast, and Cho'Gath's half HP. With a good catch and a good Amumu ult, all things are possible.
Yeah, they kind of are. Their vision here. Oh, Espynn in the front lines. Really good job from Spirit of Fate, able to gobble him up. The question is, does Spirit die for that? Espynn to go back in, and he only gets the ult, I believe, onto the Cho'Gath there, and it's not going to work out for him. Toasty is able to get back out of here. The shit is very tanky. Probably not going to be enough. From the side, he does actually get the ult onto Tailwhip, but at what cost? He's going to die for it. Spirit of Fate in the front lines ends up dying here. The 2 carries get away. illTakeMid caught a little out of position, but ultimately the team fight volition from the Team MonkeyBrains here just slam each other, at each other's faces. Who wins? These guys have the gold. They win.
Exactly. It looked like it was going well at the start, and there was actually a really, really critical.
Toasty over the wall trying to find it. He gets the flash, but Sandy Snake is able to flash back out. Sandy stays really long, doesn't realize how much damage he's going to take. More being in on the Jhin. Jhin's going to die. Toasty goes over the wall. He's trying to find Sandy. Ultimately, can't find it. Sandy not realizing that he's going to get popped. Stays pretty close there, and these guys are going to transition straight to Baron because they can.
Because they can. Yeah, he was really riding the line there on how much damage he could take. But props to Spirit in that fight for a really, really well-timed exhaust onto illTakeMid. I think it prevented him from casting like the majority of his combo there for fear of losing all of his damage. It looks like he wasn't even able to one-shot anybody in that fight because of the exhaust before he died. So very well played by him. Unfortunately, not enough to save him from losing the soul to MonkeyBrains as well as the Baron now. And what is this, a 6k gold deficit? Oof. It's an uphill battle, Abram.
Game ain't getting any easier. Important to note that even after some of that really awesome comeback play, Team MonkeyBrains is still in the lead. By the way, right here, we have the death cap coming through fourth is Syndra, who has actually sold his Medjai. Smart move there. After the second death there. And yeah, this guy, I think, pretty much one-shots you just with a QE. And then if he throws the W on top, you're probably dead without the ult. So curious to see how this goes for any poor Corki or Jhin who gets caught in the middle of it.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the counterplay to that? Are they all just going to build some kind of spell shield item, or is that just terrible? That sounds just terrible to me.
Ban Syndra?
Sandbindra? There is no counter? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they Syndra walks into a bar. There is no counter.
There is no counter.
Yeah. No,
I don't know about all that.
No, I mean you got the Merc Treads coming in from the Corki who has a chance from some of that extra magic resist just to live with a sliver of HP, but
sure.
I don't suspect it being very similar for any poor Jhin that has to walk again within half of a lane of this.
Yeah, so long range. So much catch potential. Monkey just kind of throwing out, kind of fishing for a binding. Doesn't really need to hit one, but if he does, it's nice.
Yeah, it's funny watching these guys. They're running away from the Jhin ult. They got the Mountain. I mean, I don't know. Jhin hits like 4 shots onto your Mountain shield, and maybe you lose the shield at this point.
Exactly. He's just tickling them.
You got nothing to stress out. Spirit here getting gone on. And Sandy Snake caught way out of position. I think he gets hit with the binding, and so he can't use his package away. Very unfortunate for him. And yeah, Spirit's gonna die too. This is looking a little bit rough. They're gonna have to, I guess, wait for the respawn and look for a fight under tower. TPF has the flash around the Syndra QV. He sees it at the last second.
Just flash the Syndra damage? It's easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are looking in excellent form right now, bearing down on 2 different lanes, and I'm sure the third will follow shortly if they don't just end the game.
Look at the pressure here. These guys are going to go. They're going to, as Espynn says, they're going to peel back the layers of the onion that is Summoner's Rift. And they don't even need to get the 3rd layer because I think they're just going to be able to finish this. Sauce looking forward, looking for the desperation fight. He has to do it, but as he does it, he gets comboed by like 2 champions and ends up losing half his HP. Espynn finds a brilliant ult into 4 people on the front line. The ult goes through, Lost in the Sauce, goes and taunts 2 people. Tokimon Panda, literally 1 versus 4 in the front line, gets the Moonstone. Oh, and Spirit of Fate gets hit with all the CC. He gets popped. That man is not a tank.
Level 7 mastery flash and the game.
He's a toy car at best.
Exactly.
Yeah, this game's going to be over, and wow, that was a convincing finish there from Team MonkeyBrains.
Yeah, Team MonkeyBrains doing a really great job of closing out the game, taking almost all the towers available to them and all the objectives. Really, really kind of laying on the damage and the catch and everything. It's impossible for them to come back from that with such clean play. Very well done. Wow, huge damage from Corki despite all of that, but
Not sure if the stream can see it. Yeah, if we could see the damage graph on
huge.
he is. Oh my god, look at him, look at the
Look
Syndra.
at him go.
Corki actually doing a lot of damage through that
Yeah, very impressive.
Through the poke through the game there. Yeah, we should have it on stream here.
We
Good damage
top
there.
ladders.
Tailwhip actually being legitimate, and poor Espynn does less damage than the Ivern. Curious what happened there.
Perhaps the game was a little closer than just reading off the stats would convey, because it looks like many people were doing tons and tons of damage. Wait. Actually, can we go to healing, please? This is one for the not carry players. Can we look at ally healing?
You gotta undo the other ones. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, Riot, please.
Yeah, or this
Riot,
happened to me today. This is like a new bug. Okay, it's broken. It's not going to work for you.
No.
It did this to me earlier. I just wanted to promote the Ivern gameplay, dude. I just wanted to shout out to my support homies.
The Moonstone Renewer.
The Moonstone, yeah.
From Ivern. So I wonder if the stat includes the shields or not. I'm actually not sure. Yeah,
there should just be one for healing, like done to allies, but I guess
because if he did all of that healing just from a Moonstone Renewer, I'm gonna be tilted.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm gonna ask Riot to go and rethink their game.
Yeah,
revert us. Just kidding.
It's crazy because he's applying the same amount of healing as he is shielding, so it's like actually just twice that in effective HP for your team. It's insanity. Plus you get Daisy, super broken, best ult in the game. Change my mind. Yeah.
All right. Well, we had a convincing game one.
Really
thank you. Thank you for everyone in chat who joined us here. We're going to be coming back with game 2 very shortly. Stick with us. We'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes. Thank you for
And we are back into game 2 of Team Purple Flame versus Team MonkeyBrains after a really exciting and fun game 1. I gotta say, it started off with a really cheeky invade and a 3 buff from an Amumu of all characters, and then things kind of got out of hand, and everybody, everybody on Team MonkeyBrains just popped off at the same time. It was great to see. illTakeMid with a huge performance on Syndra. He had 10 stacks on the Dark Seal at like 0 minutes into the game. And they really, I don't know, they had their moment there when they got ahead. They had their lead, and they just closed out that game off of that lead.
There may have been a diffie in the miffy.
Bit of a diffie. Wow, okay. So it goes. I have a different theory, dude. I feel like Toasty heard the haters. I think he heard the people talking smack, or he knows that his mom is watching, and therefore
I was going to say that's where I'm putting my dollars,
that's true,
my hard-earned dollars towards that theory. Mama Knowles is here, and he's got to perform.
Dude. Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't want to let him down. He has the mom buff. It's OP. It's actually OP.
Mom buff. That's exactly right. He does have mom buff. The question is will that last for game 2? We are here in Champ Select. The requisite Urgot ban here from the Purple, not from the Purple Flames, rather from Team MonkeyBrains.
Mm-hmm.
The Leona response. Interesting on the Leona response. He picked the Morgana first game 1. Now they're thinking he's going to go for that Leona. What's the deal with that?
That doesn't sound right in my brain. I would much more expect a Morgana ban, if only because Monkey is a self-proclaimed Morgana main. And it was just so powerful in this match. Like, you get caught and then you die because he plays it so well, and you can never touch him in lane. But apparently they have a different strategy in mind, or they're playing around something that my small eyes cannot see.
I think I know why Toasty's popping off in chat. Mama Noel says, Mama ain't missed a game yet.
Oh, snap. Wow.
I think that's the story of the season. He's popped off every single game this season. We know why. Keep bringing the mom buffs. I'm going to call my mother up. Make sure she tunes in, because Team Coinflip needs some wins at this point. And if that's all it takes, that's what it shall be.
It was close. And man, the attention spent on Espynn in these bans is really interesting. I know that when we play, we've only been banning the Amumu, but we have a very similar champ pool outside of that. So maybe it's a different thing there, where like if we ban the Amumu and get Nunu, then he gets Hecarim, and it's like kind of a wash. But instead they're banning these two.
I think they want him on Amumu. That's what my sources tell me. Is they're actually trying to put him on the Mumu intentionally. So we'll see if he takes that bait again. Notably, the Sejuani is open, and he showed a lot of good play in the Sejuani. So maybe he'll go that. It's one of those things, you lose a game, you don't just want to immediately salty run back.
With the first pick Echo, is this actually a...
Nobody's scared, yeah.
Okay. Before the Echo was locked in, I wanted to say that I think Espynn should play the Ivern himself, if only to take away the pick. However, he's also been playing in solo queue to pretty great success. It's a very strong pick, as we've seen highlighted in the previous games in my game, obviously.
By the way, the best thing here is Kaisa is up. That is considered the second 80 in the meta right now. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you can play Tristana into it, but it is first pickable in this case. And so... not only, they actually, for no reason, decide they're going to go for the Echo first pick. Sandy doesn't even play it.
It's kind of a flex.
He wants to show, he wants to show, I ain't scared of anything you could possibly play in it.
Exactly. And then we get, there it is, the counter pick.
Galio.
I'm pretty sure there's a very Galio favored matchup, if the stats online or anything to show for it. But I don't know about that first pick. Could this be a bait? There's like no world where Wally Warp is going to be the guy that plays Echo on this team, right?
No, I think that's the flex. If I know anything about illTakeMid, he wants to show everyone how big his brain is. And so he's going to be coming out with this Echo. 100%. I know that about him. Yasuo, however, I don't think there's a chance this is going through, but we can hope.
So you're saying...
certainly hope.
They have the first pick, and he knows that Sandy can play the counter pick. He's been playing Galio, and he's just daring him to do it.
100%.
I love that.
Guarantee it. That's exactly what happened here.
That's the energy I want from the #1 team, TBH.
This is the repeat Morgana and the repeat Shogath. Draft's looking very similar outside of the mid lane. I guess what I'm wondering here is, what are you going to put Espynn on? Because if you don't find, or rather Wally Warp on, because if you don't find damage out of this jungler, you're going to be left with like a half assassin and a single threat in your bot lane.
True. I'm not sure. It is kind of frustrating to scout Wally Warp because I'm like 99% sure he just plays on an alt account most of the time. But I could be wrong. Maybe he's just sandbagging in my games where he plays Silas Jungle on my team.
So for those that don't play a whole lot of team play or maybe watch pro play or whatever here in chat, the Galio Jarvan combo, one of the best ones that you can possibly put together in like the modern day Deathball comp. The Jarvan goes in, the Galio ults immediately on top of that. They have a Shen to back it up who can ult on top of whichever one he wants and basically show up to the party. This is going to be the Clown Fiesta, and we're going to see some big time bot lane plays here.
This is wild. Cool. Only Jhin was banned in the first phase, and no ADCs were picked. That's crazy to me. I like picking up the Cho for sure, and I guess the Echo if you wanted to play it because it's probably not going to make it through to the second phase against mid.
Questionable Senna ban. I only say questionable because these guys probably are good. Like I feel like you want Senna because you don't want them to be picking damage. You know what I'm saying? Like he has to pick the Aphelios, he has to pick the Ezreal. He needs something that can actually carry these team fights in terms of damage, and Senna ain't that. Especially against a Shen, a Galio, a Jarvan, like all these like gigantic mega tanks. I don't know. That's my thoughts. What's yours?
That could be the case. I don't know why, but I've seen the new Senna in like 9 of my last 10 games, and I gotta say it is potent. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm bad, but she's kind of like taken over every game that I've seen her in, for the most part. So
Lulu.
Maybe they just don't want to deal with it. I like
Lulu,
the Lulu
here
pick.
From Spirit. I'm trying to. What ADCs are left? The Kai'Sa's gone. The Sivir's gone. The Tristana's gone.
Okay, so
you wouldn't want to play.
Something.
Yeah.
Jinx was just buffed. What are your thoughts? Yes or yes?
Dude, that could be it. If we see the buffed, the patch is live today. Literally as of today, I believe. With that Jinx buff. Oh man. I hope he does it. I hope he does.
Spicy. Yeah. I don't know what else is like really available that he plays though.
Graves.
We got 1, 2.
Graves. Lucian.
Yeah.
That is a Lucian mid.
Debated. It was
that is an Echo jungle.
The debate of the century is Echo jungle. Wow. Imagine.
Wow. Lucian mid from illTakeMid playing into the Galio. Oh my god, that actually is the 200 IQ draft strategy. Lucian destroys Galio. I mean, you almost can't play into it if you're playing against a good Lucian player.
The Twitch. Okay. I do like the Twitch pick.
Oh, man. I kind of wanted to see a Jinx. I actually secretly kind of wanted to see a Kog'Maw, but didn't happen there. Sure, Tailwood can play it.
No, I believe he's actually been playing a good amount of it. It's been something that he's been talking about, I believe, unless I have my voices mixed up, but I'm pretty sure. Wow, the genius illTakeMid is actually the smallest ego player. Not even a big ego. He was just baiting the whole time.
I mean, you have to be a bit of a big ego player to play Lucian. Right? I don't know.
Takes one to know one. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. In fact, I'm going to say it's even bigger because he wanted the counter pick onto the Echoes so that he had a free lane with the Lucian. That's what I'm calling for here. Everyone in chat who might not know him very well, he is an Echo main. That's probably his top champion. So when he picks it, we assume, well, that's his. Turns out Wally Warp, who I don't even know plays this champion, he must. They must have been practicing it in some capacity.
I would imagine they must have been practicing it somewhere. Pretty devastating looking comp, but I'm just thinking if this goes even like medium late, like if we get like a 25 to 30 minute game, it seems like it's just going to be hard for Team MonkeyBrains here to beat this stacked lineup on Team Purple Flames. Like, how do you kill anybody? You'd have to get a catch on the Twitch, and other than that, I feel like they would just floor you in their team fight prowess.
I guess what my question is what happens when the Jarvan and the Shen, and honestly potentially even the Galio, build a Randuin's?
Right. Wow. Just build Randuin's?
Just build Randuin's. Caitlyn and Lucian both going to be building full crit. As you do on a vast majority of ADCs. Yeah, build a Randuin's. What happens? I mean, then Echo's kind of your threat there.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is. I mean, on the other hand, though, like if this Jarvan, if he's going to be building full tank, if the Galio is not able to get some kind of lead, you're pretty much putting the entire team on the Twitch's back.
Exactly. Yeah. Very, very low damages out of the Galio. Or I'm sorry, from the Galio, I imagine, especially after this pretty poor lane phase I'm foreseeing for him. It just seems like a hard matchup to play. Like, what are you supposed to do into Lucian as Galio?
Well, speaking of losing matchups, the Kate Morgana, one of the strongest lanes in all of bot lane, against Twitch Lulu, and it's not that Twitch Lulu's bad, but Twitch definitely isn't known to be a lane dominant champ.
Right. Right.
So yeah, you kind of had the losing mid lane, you have the losing bot lane. Espynn pretty much probably isn't even allowed in the bot side of the map.
Yeah.
At that point, unless he's lane ganking, but like that's the problem. Like it's you can look at a comp like this with like the Galio Jarvan combo, Shen ults in, or you could do like the submarine Twitch thing where the Twitch goes invisible, the Shen ults into him and no one sees it. All that stuff is really great in theory. I'm sure it works in ARAM. The problem is that in high level league, the thing you have to worry about is you just picked a Galio. Well, you didn't pick it. You ended up with a Galio into Illusion. You ended up with a Twitch Lulu into a Caitlyn Morgana, who's, by the way, this best bot lane in the league on probably one of the best lanes you can have across all of League of Legends. I thought that we were going to see a win here from TPF, pull this back, maybe take it 2 in a row. I think that at least the draft is won here by Team MonkeyBrains. And I guess our question is are they going to be able to get in, do the pressure they need, and put the series to rest?
Exactly. And I think a lot of this is going to be on the Jarvan and the Shen. So I think the lane to watch for me would just be that scrapper of a top lane where, I don't know if you remember, but there were so many moments in that top lane last game where it was like a very small mistake that led to someone like burning a flash but not dying or whatever, or because you like didn't have mana to cast that show ult or whatever. If some of those things are influenced just a little bit and they get like pushed to one side and instead like Shen gets like 2 cheeky kills in that very close exchange, that could be a totally different game with a thick Shen. And maybe Jarvan could be the one to provide that influence in the lane. Yeah. Very potent ganker, not the strongest clearer, but you know, so it goes.
While we're starting up this game, those who are joining us in chat, we are doing a no sobriety stream today.
That's true.
Joa joined me here on the desk. Joa, what are you having tonight? What are you having to drink?
I have a nice Malbec that I got from the liquor store that Google thinks I live at because it's like 1 foot from my apartment.
I mean, are they wrong?
I mean, how many times you have to go to one liquor store a week before you technically live there?
Once a week. Yeah, once a week, definitely.
It's an enjoyable vintage. What about you?
We're doing, I've treated myself. We're doing a Whistle Pig bourbon. Well, actually a rye whiskey, not a bourbon.
Okay.
That's what we're having tonight. It is delicious. And we're feeling good. Yeah, we're having definitely not. I mean, I'm sure they're
bread, dude. It's good.
There are calories.
Yeah.
If that's your definition of nutrition.
Oh, right. There are technically nutrients in it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, in the loosest definition of the word.
Okay, so no invade this time from either side. We get the classic 5-point and the bone skin, the Skeletor Cho'Gath skin comes out.
I was going to say, Tokimon, same exact matchup top lane, but the switching of the skins from Tokimon. This man is feeling it tonight.
That's a powerhouse maneuver.
Power move.
Power move for sure. It looks like a RuneScape character or something. It looks so janky. I like it.
Well, even the skin he was at last game, which was the Gentleman's Cho'Gath. Even that model was made in League came out. League came out in 2010. Just to remind everyone, Crisis came out in 2007.
Yikes!
And and we all know how League looked in 3 years later. So it was made in 2010, but it was really probably stolen from an asset pack in 2002.
Well, yeah, from Dota or from something like Steam model game. Yeah, exactly.
It took a bunch of random parts of models and strung them together from Warcraft 3 into a Cho'Gath, something vaguely resembling a Cho'Gath.
Exactly. And wow, we're seeing the push already. 10-3, 11-3 on the Lucian Galleon matchup. Jarvan can't. Oh, he uses his dash.
Jarvan back on the level 2 here. Is he going to be able to find illTakeMid? I believe he's used the dash, but he's just going to walk out, and really has nothing to lose there.
Yeah, very timely.
Top lane. Oh, taking my Canada, staying a little far. Boston Sauce actually able to go and dodge that Q there, and he's not going to want to keep taking those minions.
Yeah, it's a lot of minions. So it looks like there's going to be no difference in that matchup from last game to this game. Huge trades all the time. Okay, here's a question for you. I only know that AP Twitch is good. I don't know like how it works, I guess. So I realized they like added some AP ratios to some of his moves. Do they still do physical damage, or is it primarily magic damage now?
Well, I mean, they didn't actually change the damage profile of any of those moves.
Okay.
The passive does true damage. I believe the Contaminate, which really should be called Expunge, still does physical, but it just does it off this really beautiful. Oh my God, Sandy walking forward, the Ignite coming through, and illTakeMid. I don't. Maybe Sandy thought that the Jarvan was going to come in and he didn't, but yeah, that wasn't. These are not the trades you're looking for.
I'm kind of surprised Sandy took Ignite. Very aggressive summoner in a lane that I imagine he will not have agency.
Monkey gonna walk forward, gonna be able to find the bind onto this Twitch. He's gonna get CC'd for the entire duration. Is he gonna burn down? He ends up getting the shield. He's gonna get out, but loses a lot for it. Absolutely.
Loses quite a lot for it. He's probably gonna have to back, I imagine? No, looks like he's gonna stay. Okay. Too much XP to miss.
Indeed. You know, he's not going to be able to. He is going to actually get some of that health back from the pot. I just want to call it mid lane. This poor Galio. This is what happens in this matchup. He has 11 CS. Lucian has already double at like 4 minutes.
Yeah, illTakeMid doing a really good job of kind of pressing that lead, doing what he can with it, knowing that he's supposed to be strong right now, and he's taking advantage.
Ooh,
for sure.
Spirit of Fate walks immediately into this. Oh, but the trap is actually going to be missed. Toasty does the EQ. He misses both of them. Doesn't hit anyone onto him. The flash is forward, but can they get the damage onto Toasty? The auto comes through from Espynn. Sandy on the roam, looking to find Monkey for the second pickup. Not able to find it, but at least he says, yeah, I ain't getting far mid lane anyways, so I may as well go do something else.
Yeah, true that. He's just looking for anything that he can get here. 14-38. He's having a rough time. Wally making himself known in the top lane, though.
Austin the Sauce doesn't look like he has his... doesn't have his taunt up because he's losing so much of his energy there. Has to use his flash to get out. Good gank there from Wally.
Yeah, very nice. And a huge farm lead in the jungle as well. Looks like Wally has kind of done nothing but farm until that gank, which is very positive, especially on a pick like Echo. I think where you're trying to race up through those first couple of levels to get strong. He's going to find... a little bit of an invade here on the Raptor camp as well, it looks like. Getting something for free there, I like that.
Jarvan coming across mid lane, is he going to be able to catch him? No, he's not able to catch him in time. Actually, Jarvan looking like he wants to find the gank here. Oh, the taunt's going to come through. The flash does not come through. He does have flash up. He's going to use it. The Jarvan's going to go over, but the ult's going to take him down. Oh my God, the press the attack and the ult doing so much damage. Sandy Snake has to flash over the wall. Wally Warp just getting burned down by Tail Whip. A great roam from this TPF bot lane. Showing up for the fight, and the Lucian doesn't get punished, but the Echo does.
Yeah, Lucian, in fact, coming away from this with a kill, although none of his summoners are up. It looks like they might lose a pretty substantial wave for this, though, in the bottom lane, because Caitlyn was just pushing pretty hard there. Oh, you know what? Actually, they arrived in time.
I was gonna say, I'll take mid, looking so strong that he wants people to gank him to give him more kills.
Exactly. Bring the kills to me.
Correct. Deliver them.
Exactly. You don't have to roam if they just come into your lane.
Yeah. Fucking Uber Eats coming through with the kill, with the silver platter.
Yeah.
Tailwhip looking like he wants to go in for the fight here. The question is will Monkey be able to come around? Yeah, good dodge there on the Morgana bind, and they get out with a nice little trade.
Yeah, very smart dodging. Lost in Sauce does have his ult available here. I wonder if they're going to make some kind of aggressive play with that. They are currently up a kill, but the gold is just about even. Looks like just the first blood money is the only difference.
The thing is against this Cho'Gath, he has he has to walk really, really far away.
True.
Before he's allowed to use ult, and like that's pretty obvious when a Shen is like beating you up in lane, and then he suddenly runs away. Like, I wonder what he's doing.
Right. Surely he's not just using the best part of his
Jarvan top lane coming in for the gank. He comes in through the lane. Meanwhile, Sauce walks around the corner. Yeah, finds the taunt, finds the CC, but the double Q is going to be hit by Tokimon Panda. Tokimon looking for the kill. He turns it around with the ult. A brilliant play from Tokimon Panda right there, knowing exactly how much damage he has. Don't know why Espynn stays in, but Tokimon looking really good, taking advantage of that.
Picks up the return kill. The genius, dude. Wow. 1v2, we take those. Well done, Tokimon.
Man.
Looking huge on this Cho'Gath pick so far, and his team's going to pick up Dragon, knowing that J4 was in the top side. Very well done. Excellent use of pressure and kind of momentum there. Ooh, he's going to die, though. Yeah, flash that mastery from the gray screen, baby. You got it.
Sorry, I was policing the toxicity from our chat here.
Wow. Imagine.
Yeah, I'm back here. I'm back. It's,
no worries at all. This is
a TCL player, nonetheless, being toxic in chat. Mr. Reform Bully, not looking very reformed. If I was as bad as he was, I wouldn't be talking like that.
Okay. Well, you can't fight back on the cast.
I know.
Beautiful. You love to see it.
That's why the man with the mic always wins. Pokemon TP's back to lane, looking for the kill. His ult is almost back up. Yeah, unfortunately, the cooldown's not there for him, and now they will find it. Meanwhile, we have the fight in bot lane. The gank is coming through. The ult came through for the Twitch, but they actually aren't able to find the damage they need to. Toasty does not have a flash, and this great ult from Espynn is going to ensure this kill here. Really good job from Espynn, knowing when to come in and find that regain.
I love the proactivity from Sandy here. Like, obviously, didn't end up doing anything in this play, but he just can't get anything to happen in the mid lane, unfortunately, so he's just waddling back and forth between mid and bot. I'm trying to help, boys.
Yeah, I get a little concerned when I see this, because he has the ult up. He continues to walk down, and unfortunately loses an entire wave there. I know he knows that he can't actually walk up to that wave, but like at this point, losing on experience is going to be a problem for him.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, right there. illTakeMid going in. illTakeMid is out of mana. Sandy Snake isn't able to eat out of the way. He actually has to go back in. illTakeMid finds the kill with the ignite. Yeah, this is a dominating lane, to say the least. Really well played by illTakeMid here.
Yeah, really nicely done. He has to go first item plated steel caps. That's so sad. That makes a lot of sense. I imagine that will actually help quite a bit, but at this point it may be too little too late. The 91 to 46 CS and the 2 kills. That's just so much gold. Lucian's gonna back and just have an item.
I think I want to see Lost in the Sauce here, who is kind of the, like, one of the more, whether you want to say experienced or whatever, top laners in this league, playing against one of the later draft picks. And honestly, Tokimon Panda is looking really good against him.
Yep.
I will say part of that is Tokimon has been playing out of his freaking mind. Man is just not making mistakes. But as a Diamond 4 top laner, you still need to be winning. It's nothing against Toki. You just need to be winning those lanes. It's a Diamond 4 versus a Gold 4, and Tokimon's kind of running him around. So hopefully he can step up. I think his team needs it. I think that's how they're going to be able to find some kind of comeback here. Sandy Snake finding the roam. Can't find any farm mid. Wow. Not going to matter. Tokimon Panda does not have the flash. Yeah, there you go. Probably for the best.
Yeah. Give him anything at this point. No, yeah, I absolutely agree with what you're saying. He was a much higher priority pick in the draft. And like you said, his rank is significantly higher, but just hasn't been able to make it happen.
Yeah, missing communication there. The Galio says he wants to go. Espyn's walking back when it happens. Galio finds the Todd, and I'm left wondering, having Ignite, would they have been able to find that kill? I'm not sure the answer, but we're not going to know the answer.
We're just not going to know the answer. And back to the bot lane for a quick second. What are you seeing here? I see this like bit of a CS lead for Toasty, but we have 4 stacks on the Dark Seal, and Tailwhip is like having a pretty good time for being that late game Twitch pick.
Oh my god, this is adding insult to injury. They're gonna find the plates, put them on illTakeMid. Production, can we see this gold mid lane here? Oh, illTakeMid wanting to go in. He has to flash back out. Espynn, unfortunately, does not have his ult back up, so he can't find the kill. Yeah, it's a 2K difference.
2K, yeah.
Coming up on 12 minutes into the game.
That is unfortunate. Really good of Espynn, though, to be there, kind of knowing that Lucian was going to E forward and try to go for something there.
Answering your question about bot lane, if they're only down 15 farm, I think that's probably a success. 8 more is just impressive. Yeah, in Twitch, Twitch just has to stay in the game. He's 2-0. He's not down in an incredible amount of CS, and his goal is just to show up to these mid to late game team fights, stand behind his Jarvan and his Galio, who have ulted in, and just melt the whole team. So I think this bot lane is, despite the farm difference, going really well.
Right. No, I mean, and even then, the farm difference is only, like you said, it's like 10 to 15. It's only a couple of waves. It's not the hugest deal. Ooh, Monkey a little cocky by Spirit with a Shen ult in the group.
Spirit's gonna be able to get that Shen ult off. Monkey has to actually flash out. Oh, Wally Warp coming in from the jungle is in. The Galio ult's gonna come through, and they're gonna look for the CC, but ultimately the Echo is gonna ult back out. Wow. Explosive, and yet barely anyone actually loses any HP.
Everyone's just throwing everything out there. Like, look at me. I got my buttons. I'm pushing them. I'm having a grand time, and nobody dies. It looks like they were able to soften them up to secure this dragon, though. Oh, the steal comes through from
the smite!
Beautifully played.
Oh my god, he finds the smite!
Very patient, and the mountains rise. We have another mountain soul on the way.
Picto in chat says, Wally steals this, mark my words. Well, yeah, you get your wish right there.
Consider them marked.
You ask, you shall receive, Picto chat.
That's nice. I mean, insofar, I haven't really loved this Echo pick. I thought it was a cool move, but like if you have a flex pick and then you flex it onto a person who like doesn't really do anything with the pick in the way that TalTakeMid does, then maybe it isn't so great. But getting that dragon, huge. So well played to him.
TalTakeMid up on this mid lane, up just under 50 CS. Jarvan's actually sitting here looking for the gank. I think he's going to be coming through here. Just walk at him. Yep, walk at him. Yep, all right, the dash is done. All right, he's going to dodge it, but does he have the ult right here? That's the question. Oh my god, look at that damage out of him. The crit takes him down from a quarter HP. Espynn able to find the kill. Yeah, can't help but wonder what would have happened if Espynn would have gone in earlier. Unfortunately, we won't see that result, but we did see a shutdown onto Espynn right here, and that will, given the fact that he's building damage, have some kind of returns.
Exactly, yeah. I like the proactivity of it. In this case, maybe trading 1-for-1 isn't the end of the world. It did go on to Jarvan, like you said, but he has that Gore Drinker, and perhaps he can use that gold to get closer to Hysterics or whatever he's going for a second.
Interesting to see here, because I expected full tank from the Jarvan and the Shen. I expected damage from the Galio, and then the Twitch basically plays through that. I do understand their need for a early game damage threat as the Twitch scales up. My question is whether the Jarvan can end up being that. How much will his damage matter? It might not make a difference if Toasty's able to get this trap on the Spirit of Fate. Spirit of Fate is running away. He gets rid of the CC, gets the ult off onto himself. He has to ult himself. Unfortunately, that means the Twitch finds the damage. The Twitch is like 10 HP right here. They need to find one thing. Spirit of Fate with the huge outplay onto the Diamond 1 support main. Monkey right there. Beautiful. He ulted himself. I thought it was over. Meanwhile, these guys roam topside. They're going to find all this damage onto Lost in the Sauce. Sauce does ult away, and he's able to get away from that. Spirit of Fate.
A lot of pressure on the top tower, though.
Spirit of Fate with the play of the game. I don't even care whether they win or lose this game. Spirit ults himself. I thought he's trolling. Meanwhile, perfect positioning from Tail Whip here on the ADC. Lives with possibly literally 10 HP and gets
completely
out. Channel coming through. We are taking this fight. We're getting the damage reduction. Yeah, right here. Galio's going to come onto the Shen, but ultimately the flash is going to come out.
They got globals for their global. Shen ults the Galio, so the Galio can ult the Shen. It's too big brain for me, dude. Look at them go. Yeah, really nice 2v2 outplay there, but they do lose, I believe, the top tower for that. So really huge for them gold-wise, but pressure-wise, we may see something come from the fact that there are no towers taken by Team Purple Flames here. They're going to get on that.
Now here's the question is, at what minute marker will a mythic item come out from the Galio?
Yeah, he's doing what he can, man.
He's doing what he can. Can we get the gold graph here in the mid lane from production staff? Actually, let's hold up on that. No, they're not going to go in for the fight. She's going to get bound. Is Toasty going to be able to walk forward and find a trap? He can't. Ultimately, with the Lulu shield, gets out scot-free. Yeah, he's low on damage. He's just about everyone on his team has more gold than this guy, but he did have to invest into those early steel plates.
Yeah. I mean, he's still making plays, doing what he can, flexing his knowledge of the game. They are down 2 dragons though. illTakeMid well on his way to having 2 full items. He is huge right now. How is he going to push this lead? What is he going to do next now that the mid tower is down?
Well, their group is just their goal is to group up, take these aggro front to back team fights over and over and over again. You know, they have this Lucian who's just absolutely gigantic. Kate still does Caitlyn things despite the fact that she's 0-3.
Right.
I'm kind of interested in the Gale Force from the Twitch.
Yeah, the AD Twitch.
Not that it's a bad item. I'm more curious how anyone plans on killing this Cho'Gath.
Oh, over Kraken Slayer. Very true. He might need the positioning though to get away from both Echo and Lucian.
Monkey's standing here. I thought it was pretty obvious he was going to be in there. I don't know where else he could be. Tail Whip goes in, uses the Gale Force, uses the ult, does all the damage he can. Now the ult is coming through, or rather the TP from Lost in the Sauce. Unfortunately, he can't show up quick enough. Spirit of Fate is running away. Sauce is going to have to try and find... Espynn is actually into the backline. He has the ult. He finds Monkey. Beautiful play by Espynn, finding that flank right there. The Galio is like 1v9, even with the little bit of gold that he has. Still able to find the damage. Ultimately, these guys blow up Espynn, and yeah, unfortunately, TPF is going to get aced here. I thought it was a really good fight by them coming in. Good play by Espynn, good play by the Galio, but they're just so far behind on these like key gold earners, except for the Twitch who like flash forward.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty unlucky that the Twitch wasn't able to secure anything on the Caitlyn there after using his flash and I believe Gale Force. illTakeMid coming out of that fight with a double kill and Tokimon as well. And they're well on their way to Dragon. Now we're on Soul Point. Well played by them to get that set up just a little bit before the Dragon spawns to make that play. Just a couple of seconds before Team Purple Flames was all able to arrive. Or were all able. Yeah.
illTakeMid is very quickly putting up his slot as the best mid laner in TCL.
Yeah, he has been on one. I mean, he's just abusing everybody. He's a bit of a bully, not reformed.
Yeah, no, he is not a reformed bully here. Tail Whip walking up, he's clearly wanting that kill. You know, meanwhile, Lulu's like running away with the minions. Like, yeah, totally not a Twitch running at you.
Exactly. Hey, don't mind us. Yeah.
Hey.
It's just me here. I promise.
Yeah, just me. But not sneaky enough because it is sniffed out by Toasty and Monkey right here, who Toasty's definitely trying to limit his deaths at this point.
Yeah, he did finish his Kraken Slayer, which is nice. It's going to go a really long way in killing the Shen and the J4 and the pretty tanky Galio, surprisingly. So happy for him there. He's just got to kind of push through, find that farm, hopefully some kills, and keep on scaling, man, after kind of a rough early game.
I would like to point out here that Toasty, with like the one game that could ruin his KDA, he is by far the highest KDA player. The stats show it in TCL. And here he's kind of... well, he has a lowly 1 KDA.
Wow, how dare he?
I know, still keeping it real, but maybe this is the day that the gods fall.
This is the day. Wow. Yes, something like that. I don't think that's what they want, though. I don't think that's in the cards. I think they're pretty big. This Cho'Gath is not going to stop growing. The Lucian, maybe... I don't think Lucian gets like outscaled per se, but maybe his usefulness will decline a little bit. But they have a pretty nutty late game. Like, maybe not quite as good as Team Purple Flames, but I don't think there's much of a clock in this game for them. I think they can go for quite some time.
Yeah, well, Lucian does really well into these like Galio Jarvan types who have to run at you because he could just kite all day long. You play it right. You do the I call it the double F combo, but you do that correctly. Even without any significant CDR, you still get your E back up within one combo. Oh, well, right here, let's hold that up because we're going to see Tail Whip coming here, finding this damage. He ults, he immediately, yeah, Tail Whip immediately ults, even though he's caught in the CC. He says, I don't care about my cooldown. This guy needs to die.
I mean, if that dash completed and those autos went through, I think he would have just killed the Twitch.
I do believe, unfortunately, the shutdown goes to the Shen. I don't know if you can confirm that.
It did. It did go to Shen.
did, unfortunately. But the question is can they turn this into a Baron? They're sure looking like they want to. Galio is bot, but also the Cho'Gath is as well. And meanwhile, there's just 3 people, a bot lane and a jungler, who's able to try and stop this. That being said, the TP is coming through for the Cho'Gath. Wally Warp goes in, absolutely blows up Spirit of Fate. Spirit actually can't get his ult off. Tail Whip goes in, dashes, finds the kill, but again, at what cost? He's going to die immediately after that, and this is like kamikaze Twitch. I've never seen that. You couldn't do that before Gale Force. I guess you can now. Lost in the sauce, dodging the Cho'Gath Rupture with his taunt. Meanwhile, this Galio is walking into a Black Shield, trying to take the taunt. You can't do that. The game doesn't work that way. It ain't going to work here. Yeah, the question, can he gets away? He actually does a really good job prepping that dash right there. The damage is coming through, and the Cho'Gath, nom nom nom, dinner is served. That's going to be your kill right there onto the Galio.
Yeah, nearly takes the Echo with him, but not quite, and he will die for that. I gotta say, great job by Team MonkeyBrains. They're kind of calling the bluff, I would say, of Team Purple Flames. Like, they had the Cho'Gath in the bot lane, and the Galio was there answering him, but I don't think his ult could quite reach that far. So while Cho'Gath was able to TP into the Baron Pit and make that the 5v4 or whatever it was, Sandy was unfortunately forced to walk most of the way.
Yeah, he was. That's the downside of when you take Ignite.
Semi-globals. Yeah, so maybe just a bit of miscommunication or something like that, but good on MonkeyBrains just making sure that dragon did not go over to Purple Flame.
The Baron, you mean?
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Same thing.
Both Dragon's coming up in 20 seconds.
They're both objectives. Speaking of which, I feel like last game we were at this almost the exact same timestamp right here when we noted that the Dragon was coming up. This Soul 14 MonkeyBrains, and yeah, same situation here. They are notably there. There are less than 15 seconds left until this Dragon comes up. No vision, and I'm left wondering if there's even a plan to try and stop these guys from getting this Soul. This is going to be a gigantic Soul for this Cho'Gath. I'm going to say that at least. The Shed not coming through. They're calling for the fight, even though it's actually gone. Meaning the Shed's going to come in. This is going to absolutely carry the fight. The Jarvan's able to find the ult on. This Twitch is in the backline completely untouched, finding a ton of damage. Wally Warp's going to go over the wall, but is he going to be able to 1v1 the Twitch? That's the question. Toasty runs forward, has the range. Tail Whip is trying to run away and kite this out and try and get this damage, but he is just off by himself. He can't find anything. Sandy Snake, 1 versus 4, saving Private Ryan in the back, except all of his friends are dead at this point. He's got nothing left there, and yeah, Private Ryan was not saved in this movie.
Nothing left to give. It's a very different ending. Yeah, they secure the Dragon Soul. Look at that shield on the Cho'Gath. Is that 1,000? That looks like 1,000 almost.
It's not quite. There's a little blue sliver.
Okay.
You know, the trash internet from this producer wouldn't allow us to see. Yeah, there's like 5 pixels.
Okay, so it's like 800. It's huge.
It's very large. It is gigantic. It does go off of your max HP, and so yeah, with the Cho'Gath, it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger through the rest of this game.
the whiffed feast there. I saw that. I see you.
He doesn't even need the stacks.
It's true. It was a flex. Like you said, Cho'Gath just untouchable in those fights. There's no one who can kill him. He was in the middle of that fight like the whole time, and absolutely no worse for wear.
That's what I was worried about in Champ Select. Like, what? You have a Twitch, okay? Are you gonna pick something that kills the Cho'Gath? Because if you don't, who's gonna kill him?
Right.
A Jarvan ain't.
Yeah,
Jarvan's got flat damage. He doesn't have the. He does have the passive. Yeah, his passive does that.
His one auto of percentage.
Yeah, a single auto every 8 seconds, 6 seconds.
It's a long time. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe if Twitch gets the big IE or something and it goes like another 30 minutes. I don't know. I just don't see it. I feel like he's going to be able to sit in the front of every fight and just spam his dance animation or whatever, and that will be enough.
illTakeMid dashes forward, tries to find the ult, actually gets half of Espyn's HP. Yeah, I think he's just flexing at this point. He wants them to be scared of him. That's all I got.
It's like, I'll cast my ult. I'll put that thing on.
What do you think Sandy's doing here?
He's, I mean, praying, I guess.
Almost looking like he wants a flank. Look at his positioning.
Yeah, a little bit of a flank. He's off to the side. But
yeah, I think that's what this is.
maybe he wants someone to, walk between like that. Gets the taunt onto the Morg, but nothing really comes of it.
I mean, if you can find the Jarvan, if the Jarvan can find the ult onto 4 people and you immediately Galio ult onto it, you can still win a fight. It's 15-14. The goal difference is obviously there, but like, I don't know that you have a whole lot of other chances.
That's true. That's true. We are fast approaching the flame horizon in the mid lane. Echo's kind of ramping up as if they needed more damage on their team, but he is providing that nice magic room. Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's like, hey man, do you guys want to try to break this shield for a second? Because I'll let you.
No.
No.
It is actually impossible here. Yeah, these guys can't even walk up to it. I guess at this point you need to wait for the Baron to lose whatever you have to, wait for the Baron to wear off, and then you take a 5v5 afterwards, hopefully under a turret if there's any left at that point. I think that's basically the only strategy you have left. The Twitch obviously has to get big, has to get these big Runan stacks onto 5 people at once, and that's sort of your chance.
Look at him go, dude. He's having the time of his life. He's loving this. He's huge and he knows it. That's what
Big Dog's gotta eat. We're looking for the fight here. We're actually here on the Tokimon Panda. That was the ult on the Twitch. The Twitch ulted, and look at the damage on the Tokimon. He maybe did 1,000 damage.
Mm-hmm.
That was a Twitch ult.
That's round 2.
That's round 2. Well, they're going to go in on this, but you're going to get immediately CC'd, Mr. Lost in the Sauce. A little bit of a heal comes through, but illTakeMid from the backline finding all of this damage. He's going to get one shot. The Twitch is going to go forward. The Twitch is going to get CC'd. Immediately chopped by this Cho'Gath. Gigantic Spirit of Fate. Absolutely going to get action. The Flash is going to come out. They do end up finding this Lucian is a little bit far forward. Yep, Wally work going in with the damage. Finds the Jarvan, and Lulu versus the world, baby. How does this game end? I think we know the answer.
There it is. We're looking at a clean 2-0 from Team MonkeyBrains, dominating Team Purple Flame here on pretty much every aspect of the game. I dare say call it a draft diff with the Echo Flex bait and the Cho'Gath pick. Just much more effective picks, I would say. Unfortunately, Team Purple Flame is not able to come back from that, and that'll be the end of the series. Well done by MonkeyBrains.
Toasty TG calling Bot Kingdom in the chat. I don't think that was Bot Kingdom. I think that was Mid Kingdom.
It is some kind of kingdom. I don't mind. I don't.
I think the Lucian definitely put that game on his back. And at one point, I believe Toasty was 0-3, 1-4. His jungler was 0-2. I don't know what was going on with the Cho'Gath, but point being, this guy was like 5-1. Shows up to these team fights, like randomly dashes towards people, all thing. He's just like shooting his guns wherever he wants. It doesn't freaking matter at this point, and he finds those. I feel pretty safe saying that our player of the game is Mr. illTakeMid.
Oh, but, absolutely.
Yeah, what do you think?
Oh, yeah, his performances were crushing. He hard won both lanes. Admittedly, he did have the counter matchup both lanes, but still, I mean, leveraging that advantage takes skill and execution, and he absolutely delivered on those fronts. To
say the least. Let's try and see if we can pull this man in for an interview.
Man. Yes, he's got to be riding high right now. Well, never mind.
Like, literally.
Actually.
No, but actually. Yeah. All right, we're gonna be picking him in here. See if we can get him. Mr. illTakeMid, Eli, are you with us?
Whoa,
dude!
You are here to about 50 viewers on the TCL Twitch channel. You just had an incredible performance on the Syndra Game 1, bodying that poor Corky, who some reason even showed up in the lane with you. Game 2, you pull out that awesome draft switcheroo, baiting the Echo with the Galio and then taking the Lucian, and pretty much just like 1v9ing that entire series. So tell me, how'd you feel about those games? Did you feel like there was a lot of competition, or was this just like another random Wednesday to you?
It felt like a normal A-Barn type of team game. It's just really easy. I also like to say Bot Kingdom and Mid Nation. Just throwing that one out there. That's it.
Is there a top lane tribe or something?
Teemo Kingdom, I think. Or,
Teemo, yeah, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he wants Teemo or something.
Something like
that. Tell me about that draft game too. We thought it was really, really smart. You know, pulling out that Echo. We thought you were flexing on that first pick. It goes and baits the Galio, and then you have a huge counter pick. Was that prepared? Tell me about that.
Yeah, because usually, I mean, like everyone wants to ban Echo, and we've been working around. If they don't ban it, then we're just gonna flex it jungle and bait out some picks. So it worked out.
So okay, so that wasn't even defined to be a jungle pick when you picked it. It was just a flex pick, and you got to sort of build the draft around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really smart. Tell me about Tokimon. Let's call it the spade.
That's my boy.
He's a player who barely made it to gold. I would know because I boosted him. And meanwhile, he's going up against some of the good top laners within TCL, and holding his own against Bovie. Tell me about that. I mean, what's happening with this guy? He's kind of turned a new leaf, in my opinion.
I don't know. It feels like every time we play a normal game or a flex game, he just ints. But then, as soon as we get into these games, he just game zone. He holds his own. He's really good. Proud of Toki. He's growing up on me.
He's
a good player.
He's just vibing, and then he just flips the switch.
Indeed.
Okay.
So I believe this is the last match of the first half of the regular season. The second half of the regular season mirrors the first half. I believe you are up against the Bermuda Squares in their new setup next week. What do you think is going to happen?
I think they may take a few games from us.
Well, if they took a few games, they would win the series.
No, it's going to be 2-0. It's going to be easy.
It's going to be 2-0. Are we going to see any fun picks, or are you just going to play it smart?
I can't say that. Private information.
Perfect. All right, I'll take mid. Well, hey, you had a great series here. You definitely put the team on your back, and you've done great as a captain. Thank you for joining us on the stream. Any last words before you leave?
Thank you, good sir. We're playing Teemo top next game. Mid Nation, Bot Kingdom.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Have a great day. All right, stream. Well, I believe that's going to cut it. Thank you all so much for joining in. Tonight was a great night. Another dominant performance here from illTakeMid and his team, the MonkeyBrains. Joe, any closing thoughts before we close this one out?
No, I'm just glad to have been a part of it. It was an excellent series, really well played. Excited to see how Team Purple Flames kind of spins out of this one, because I think they've been kind of soul searching a little bit to kind of find their footing as a team. So maybe this will be inspiration to I don't know, put in the time and do what needs to be done. Yeah, all congrats to Team MonkeyBrains. Very nervous to face them eventually. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great night.
Indeed. Have a great night. Talk to you later.